we go. Man, it's Evo 2020, baby. Woo! Why should I care? Why? Why should any of us care? Why does anybody care about fighting games anymore? I don't, I don't get it. Greetings, everyone of all genders. This is Vector speaking, and today we're gonna have a nice little friendly topic about, um, well, you guessed it, fighting games, but not the new ones, the old ones, the ones that I've seen thousands upon thousands of YouTube comments deemed to be trash or broken, unbalanced. Yet you, the consumers, are willing to pay for broken, unbalanced, and buggy fighting games every single year or every single 2 or 3 years. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. Even if I did a dissertation on this topic, I still probably wouldn't know. Like if someone interviewed me like on the Oprah Winfrey show and it was like, wow, you did a really good job on that TED's talk. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that? I'll be like, I have no idea. I have no idea. And of course, that would make me look bad, but anyway, that's besides the point. Oh, Jesus. So, in the comments below, I want you to type in your top 10 guilty pleasures of fighting games that you still play even though they're broken, buggy, glitchy, and unbalanced. You know, I've noticed a beat 'em up game that's received so much support from the fans, and it boggles my mind because Killer Instinct couldn't even get this type of support. You know, the game that y'all kept dig riding, dig riding. Oh yeah, y'all. Dig riding, dig riding. Like, people are still dig riding that game to this day, right? Right? But, but, there's no mod support. I mean, if y'all gonna dig ride the game, can y'all at least give us some PC mods? Streets of Rage 4 has PC mods within what, less than 2 weeks of its release? Where you can swap out characters. Yes, it's a work in progress, I know. But it just blows my mind that Streets of Rage 4 has so much community support. So much. But Killer Instinct can't even get a freaking classic skin redo or a stage redesign. But I thought y'all loved Killer Instinct. But y'all y'all confused me from 2015 all the way to now. Y'all dick ride this game. Oh, y'all dick riding so hard, but yeah, I ain't seeing no PC mods for this game. None. None. And the thing that irritates me about this Evo is this Evo going to, support COVID-19? Is it going to like help those that have been, you know, where part of their lives have been destroyed by this silly virus? No, because it's all about the money and it's all about clout, right? And people wonder why me and my main personas never cared about the fighting game industry. And here's another reason why I stopped caring about fighting games. And I already know that y'all gonna try to defend this to high heaven. Right? Right? I want y'all to think about this, okay? Just really think about this before you open your mouths and before you type away in the comment section. Without even looking it up, how many fighting games are there besides Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat? Alright? Think about this. And the only reason I'm talking about it is because no other YouTuber has the guts, the balls to talk about this without defending them. How many fighting games are there that are not a Smash Brothers, a Tekken, a Mortal Kombat, or a Street Fighter? Now, keep that number in your head. How many of those fighting games got dropped because they were not a Street Fighter, Tekken, or Mortal Kombat? Alright? I find it very hypocritical that you guys make these videos about this is the worst fighting game ever, or this is the worst fighting game ever, this game sucks, but yet you guys are willing to support games with bad online, with outdated graphics, with bugs and glitches, with unlimited combos, with accessibility. It really, I could truly say, out of all the game communities out there, you guys are the most confusing, baffling, hypocritical I have ever seen in my life. And y'all need to straight up look in the mirror, grab a mirror, look in the mirror at yourself, and be like, wow, I'm a hypocrite. Guys, fighting games have been around for almost 40 years now. And we barely have any fighting games for furries, any fighting games for bronies, any fighting games for neckos, any fighting games with aliens, any fighting games with monsters, any fighting games with different mechanics, any fighting games where. When's the last time we got a fighting game like Def Jam Fight from New York? What all we been getting for the past, what, 3, 4 years now? Another Mortal Kombat, another Street Fighter, and another Smash Brothers. And what is it that they've done that is so new that just blows us away? Exactly. But then you have a game like Samurai Showdown come along, barely gets any support. Barely gets any support. King of Fighters 14 comes along, barely gets any support. Dropped. Fighting EX Layer. And I know a lot of y'all have mixed feelings towards that game. Even you, Cable. But the game wasn't bad. It was the business practices that were bad. Lack of content, all that stuff. But think about it. When's the last time we had a fighting game like Fighting EX Layer? And now we're back to square one. Oh, let's just focus on Mortal Kombat. Let's just focus on Street Fighter. Let's just focus on Tekken. And oh, now that Smash Brothers is one of the top selling fighting games of all time, let's just focus on Smash Brothers. Guys, seriously. I brought up the Streets of Rage 4 example because I'm wondering to myself, why is it that so many of these games that y'all claim y'all love drop in support, right? All these, I'm a true fighting game fan. I've been playing fighting games since I was in my diapers. Blah 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 blah. I'm a true Killer Instinct fan, but yet you guys won't even give indie games the time of day because oh, it's like Street Fighter. Oh, it's like Tekken. Oh, it's like Mortal Kombat. Really, really, and this is why we keep getting the same. Oh crap! This is why NetherRealm Studios, Capcom, and Bandai Namco feel like they can juice y'all with the DLC, right? Because they know y'all desperate. Because they know they can get y'all. Because they know that y'all care more about the tournaments than y'all own health. I'm going to show y'all an example of a fighting game that is still getting support. It is a game that was dropped by you guys, but it's actually getting support from a small group of people. They helped bring back one of my favorite fighting games back in mobile form. I'm gonna show it to y'all. See it? This was originally called Dual Blades, right? It was a game that you can get from trying to think. I forgot the year the game's released, but I'm gonna show you. In arcade mode, that's fine. Yeah, I know I lost arcade mode, that's fine, it's no big deal. Go to training mode. Nah, not training mode, because I'm trying to show them all the characters that are in the game. Yeah, single player mode is fine. Arcade. Look at this. This is a fighting game that's been out since the early 2000s. And some small group, I guess they bought the license for the Dual Blades game. They brought it back and they added a new character. They added a freaking new character. And this is free. Look at all these game modes you can get. And mind you, this is a mobile game. A mobile game. This is a mobile game. Journey mode, arcade mode, combo challenge, combos, boss battle, versus computer, and defeat. Okay, pretty much the basics that you would get in a fighting game, but it's just the fact that color edit mode, you know? And this may seem small to you guys, but it just blows my mind that this game is still getting support. Oh, and guess how many people download this game? 1 million people! 1 million people download this game. Then we have Dual Swords, which is a remake of Dual Blades. So it's a remake of Dual Blades. Look at this. Look at all this effort they put into this. And it's free. That's insane. That is insane to me. And it's free. Tutorials, battle, online training. Yeah, it has a shop, you know. I'm trying to think here. I'm gonna go to training. Look at this. And look, there's two silhouette characters, right? They will be free. These two will be free. This is a mobile game. And it's free. And it's based off an old franchise that hasn't been around since the early 2000s on the freaking Game Boy Advance. But yet you guys still support mediocre trash for $60. No, I'm sorry, it's not even for almost $150. But yet y'all won't even give. It blows my mind because if y'all just go to Steam and just type in fighting games, they're not much. They don't have the fancy graphics. They don't have the intricate voice acting or the AAA status storytelling, but it has heart and it's cheap. And it pretty much has old school game modes that we keep asking and begging these developers to add into games like Mortal Kombat 11, Tekken 7, and what was it, Street Fighter 5. Capcom Global because Street Fighter 5 is now one of their top 10 best selling games ever. Good for you, Capcom. Good for you. Good for you. We already know you're going to release a tournament edition, so what's the point? Guys, do you see what I'm talking about? Streets of Rage 4 just came out, getting all this mod support. Killer Instinct barely getting any support. And then you got all these fighting games, right? These fighting games that These IPs that these companies ain't doing nothing with, straight up just left in the dirt to die. Are we gonna suffer with just Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken for the rest of our lives? And please don't tell me Arc System works. Please spare me, okay? Spare me. Spare me what Arc System works, because they go back and forth. It's either Guilty Gear, and if it's not Guilty Gear, then it's a Under Night In-Birth. If it's not Under Night In-Birth, then it's a Blaze Blue. It's inconsistent. It's inconsistent. It's ridiculous. So how do we solve this? Well, my proposal is that you guys need to find fighting games that people aren't talking about, especially in the indie scene, and start doing tournaments. Oh, but these are like tournaments that they do in the basement. Then that's when you have to advertise this, and you gotta pay an animator to bring some exposure to this game. Maybe convince the developers to create, a remake or something, or a reboot. I mean, if you guys did it with Killer Instinct, then how come the other games can't get any love? Well, that game is trash, and I don't want trash. Did you even give it another chance? Well, the possibility of the game being remade, it's just. But here's the thing: the reason why that Eternal Champions, and this is just speculation, I feel the reason why that supposed successor got canceled is due to a lack of support and funds. But if they just stick with the basics and stop trying to make the games with the fancy graphics and the all this wonderful music, just stick to the basics and just do something that we haven't seen in a fighting game, people will support it. But that's just me. Maybe I'm just blabbing on. This is why I don't care for fighting games, because here's one fighting game that you put your heart and soul into during your free time after work, school, college, whatever. And then after a year or two later, they drop the support, and then here comes a new one. So you already like this one, but they pretty much just said, no, it's trash. This is trash. We're not going to bother to fix it. We're just going to call it trash, leave it in the trash. It's too old, blah, blah, blah. We're just going to stick with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. And people wonder why folks get bored with this genre and they move on to Fortnite, why they move on to MMOs, why they move on to action RPGs, why they move on to Sony exclusives. People, it's a mystery why fighting games keep struggling. I just don't understand, George. I tell you, I just don't understand it. It's a mystery, I tell you. It's a mystery, right? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe this is just the way it needs to be. Maybe we'll just be stuck with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Smash Bros. Forever and ever and ever. It's the curse of Capcom. Capcom started this, and now it seems like that it's just gonna be like this forever. You guys gonna keep supporting it, and we'll never get anything fresh or new in the fighting game scene. There's a fighting game right now that you guys probably don't even know about called Fly Punch Boom, and that game probably getting any support. There's a game, what is it? There's a game that I can't even think of right now, but I'm telling you, there's just so much. There's fan fighting. I mean, these games barely getting support, and I don't know if it's because y'all scared of these companies, if you're afraid they're gonna sue y'all or something. If y'all so afraid these companies suing y'all, just make successor projects to these games. All right, you can't get sued if you don't use their name and their likeness. Just make a successor project. They won't sue you if you do that. Well, I guess this is just the way it is, man. And I don't know what else to say. I feel like I just wasted almost 19 plus minutes just talking to you guys, because I don't think y'all understand what I'm even saying. I don't think the words that are coming out of my mouth make any sense. Because y'all too busy praising Mortal Kombat 11, excited for Aftermath, excited to play as a broken Fujin, probably a low tier Shiva. Maybe, maybe that's what y'all like. Well, actually, Shiva's going to be high tier. It doesn't really matter. I mean, all I see in discussion boards with the fighting game community is the same old stuff. How do I do this combo? How do I do this? How do I do that? What's the next set of DLC characters? But never about how can this game improve. Those topics with games are gone. No one ever wants to talk about how something can improve anymore. No one wants to talk about what should be added on without being shut down. And people wonder why I got rid of my YouTube channel. My BitChute channel just said I'm done. I'm done. Like I didn't even plan to make another video on Cable J Flame 454's channel. But this is something that has to be said because most of y'all that join his Discord and social media, his little outlets, only talk about fighting games, but yet none of y'all want to talk about how to improve the games, make them better. But instead, y'all want to say, this game sucks, it's bad, let's just throw it in the trash, and only support Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken. Hail to those games, right? Jesus, man. If that's the case, man, then I don't see any purpose or reason to even care for fighting games. It's boring. I mean, if this is all they got, and if all we're going to be dealing with is online only fighting games in the future with advanced training modes, an arcade mode, a bare bones story mode that barely answers all of our questions, and versus mode, and online mode with a gazillion patches later to finally be fixed, then what's the point? What is the point? I mean, this year's Evo is taking place at y'all homes, and y'all had to drop so many games because the online was bad. So why are people, throwing money, just throwing money at these companies, and they know the product's bad? Is it because your friends play it, your family members play it? Is it because you're hoping that you'll get a girlfriend this way or a boyfriend this way? Is it because nostalgia? Is it because Maximilian Dude told y'all? Do y'all even have a mind of your own? Or or if anything with beautiful graphics just makes y'all happy? Anything with beautiful graphics, somewhat decent voice acting, and some exciting gameplay, is that all that makes games great nowadays? Really? Is that it? It's that easy? Just make a game with beautiful graphics, barely any storytelling. So then why were people so mad about the Order 1886 then? You guys were you guys like, oh my god, look at that PlayStation 5 tech demo. And I'm like, okay, it looks nice, but what else? I didn't see anything new with that tech demo. Everyone was like, oh my god, like the Ghost of Tsushima gameplay, I looked at that game, compared it to Way of the Samurai, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe it will be great. I don't know. You want to know how much money I would have saved if I just stuck with beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups instead of fighting games? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars if I just stuck with beat 'em ups and shoot 'em ups, man. Saved me so much money. So much extra cash. I get it. These characters are iconic. They're popular. What's popular is what's always going to sell. You know, what's mediocre is always going to feed the masses because that's what y'all used to. Y'all don't care about good storytelling. Y'all don't care about balance. Y'all don't care. It's like what End Dragon 88 said. They don't care about this stuff, you know. They don't care about balance and whatnot. These companies, they just want your money. They don't care about actually giving you a good game. Like just today, Doom Eternal on my PC, even though it could run Doom 2016 just fine, crashed again. But if you dare say anything, they ready to attack you. It's like, it's just so backwards. The world's just so backwards. I mean, it's not even funny to see these companies get what they deserve anymore. It's just, or people get what they deserve, as a matter of fact, due to COVID-19. It's just sad now. I mean, look at wrestling, look at anime, look at games. It's just all. I don't get it. I just don't get it. You can't say anything. You can't critique stuff anymore without, you got Sony taking down videos. If you dare try to critique The Last of Us 2, it's like, whatever, whatever. Enjoy y'all Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, and Mortal Kombat 12 and Injustice 3 with the same old nonsensical storytelling, $100+ DLC. Enjoy it. Get hyped, you know. Get y'all paper bags and y'all socks or whatever y'all do with y'all bodies. Get all that stuff ready. That's y'all, man. That's y'all. I can't hang with y'all anymore. Not with the fighting games. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I just can't do it. But seriously, really think about that. Like, if you guys are really serious about fighting games, look back at some of these old fighting games and maybe look at some of the good in them. Maybe make successors to them. You know, I mean, yeah, they were bad, but look at what they did right and maybe make a successor based off of that terrible fighting game. I'm not saying you can't use some of the mechanics of a Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat game, but don't make it so obvious. Every time I see a fighting game now, it just feels the same. It just feels the same. Oh, look, another Street Fighter clone. Oh, look, another Soul Calibur clone. Oh, look, another Smash Bros. Clone. It just doesn't feel natural or new. Heck, there's a fighting game on mobile called Duel where you just use your guns. There's a fighting game called, what was it, Slice, Dice, and Die or something like that. And it's like a sword based fighting game. It's actually really good. But y'all don't care about that stuff. Oh no, look at this Evo listing. Let's just go with that and just move on. Soul Calibur 6 is so lit because of all the cinematic ways you can do new moves now. This is great, guys. I love fighting games. Esports everywhere. Esports and battle royale. Esports and shooting games. Esports and sports. Esports. Esports. Woo! Get hyped, guys. Esports. That's all you're going to hear about with every single one of these YouTube channels. Seriously. For the next 10 years, this is what y'all going to deal with Maximilian Dude and all of these fighting game channels. They're going to hype these games up, convince y'all to spend $150+ on these games, these broken, glitchy, buggy games. They're going to convince y'all to defend them because it's okay, because they're going to patch it later. You're going to deal with people fake raging about DLC, Angry Joe, and the cycle's never going to end. And with people like that, why in the world would Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, or any big game company care about what you all have to say? Why would they need to care when they know that your words are empty? Oh, we want this game to come back. We want this game to come back, but y'all ain't doing nothing about it. You're not hosting any Bloody Roar Primal Fury tournaments. You're not doing any of that. You're not putting in the work. You guys aren't buying multiple copies of Killer Instinct, but yet you guys want another Killer Instinct. So I ask, Why is it that all these fighting games keep getting made and then they just are thrown in the trash? They pump all this DLC in it, just keep pumping it and pumping it and pumping it, and then they're dead. And I don't want to hear, I still play it, I still play it, I still play it, I still remember it. Do you really? Do you really? Because there's a game that I definitely played just as much as I played Killer Instinct. It was Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 4 comes out. Yeah, it has its issues, but the developers acknowledge the issues, they're fixing the issues, and they are welcoming people to help them with the game. We couldn't get that with Killer Instinct. We can't get that with Mortal Kombat 11. We can't get that with Tekken 7. And you gladly support people that say, don't ask me for beep. Really? But yeah, you got these indie developers slaving away at their game projects because they really love what they do. Won't even give them the time of day. There's a game called Hunt Down. And I bet you guys don't even know what that game is. There's a beat 'em up game called Slapping Beans. And this is actually really good. But y'all don't know about that. Y'all want to stick to the same old, same old. Y'all want to stick with another Street Fighter 5 update. Y'all want to stick with another Fortnite update. You guys want to stick with another PUBG update. Y'all don't know nothing about actual games. Y'all don't want to try nothing new. You want to stick with the same thing. Well, y'all do that. Y'all do that. Anyway, this is Vector here. Sorry the video was long. Stay safe during COVID-19. Please wear a face shield and a mask. Sorry if I bored you. I just want y'all to talk in the comment section about these old obscure fighting games, these boxing games that you guys claim to bring back, but yet y'all won't host little small tournaments. I don't care if the tournament you host only has 5 people, 6 people, 10 people. Do you really need 1,000 people to host a tournament? You know, do you really need that? Do you need all those people? Think about this and how much money they waste. You need all these people, right? 1,000, 10,000 people sitting in the sidelines just to watch 2 grown folks play a video game? Are you serious right now? You don't need all of that. But maybe y'all do. I don't know. What do I know, right? I just had to get this off my chest. It's just something I've been thinking about lately. It's just sad. 40 years, maybe 35 plus years fighting games have been around, and we still tracked with Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Smash Bros. Nothing's changed, nothing's new. It's the same old, same old. Hit them with the graphics, hit them with the combos, hit them with that music. They got your money. And then complain about the imbalances of the characters. And if you dare try to do that, you get banned from forums. It's like, and then you got the folks and the other sites like, man, I can't wait for this game to get cracked. You're wasting your time trying to get the game for free. You are. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time trying to enter a sweepstakes just to win a free copy of the game. You're wasting your time. Play good games. There's so many indie games, but everyone wants to make fun of indie games. How come indie games can't get the recognition they deserve? Seriously. Look at all these indie games that are out that are way better than these AAA games. I bet none of y'all didn't know what Grist was about. Or Degrees of Separation. I bet none of y'all probably knew what Fighting Rage was. Crazy, man. Anyway, this is Vector speaking. Flame up, flame out, and join the Discord. Shout out to Cable J Flay 454. And don't forget about the old fighting games that paved the way for these new fighting games. That's all I'm saying. Can't wait to hear what y'all have to say in the comment section. Fighting games are doomed, man. Oh